just basically shooting in the dark, hoping we were doing the best thing, hoping we were buying the right products, hoping we were getting the best bang for our buck, right? And we were going to get products that were not going to just last us one academic year. We're going to be able to go beyond that. We're going to have a product that will stay with us for extended period of time. Not to mention, it comes with the right warranties. It has the right system in there that links with the other systems that are already present in our school. As you can imagine, you have school information systems, instructional systems, assessment systems. That's just on the academic side. Then you got security systems, surveillance systems. Everything has to really talk to each other. So I think everything I just named it wasn't a concept prior to working with HITCO. It was just us trying our best. And while that was pseudo okay in startup mode, it's not sustainable if you want to grow to scale. You're going to eventually realize that you're wasting a lot of money and a lot of time because just the knowledge is not there. When I first moved to Buffalo, I said, Ivory, what I need from you is just sit with me for a second, listen to what is going on and tell me if this sounds right. And it was a good decision because it was then that I learned that on our side of the house, we were missing so many important components. We were not a good client to our service provider because we weren't fundamentally sound. We lacked confidence and competence. And the beautiful thing is Ivory was able to be honest with us, let us know the mistakes we were making, and it changed how we operate when it comes to technology, right? We are confident that our technology plan is going to work for us, and we know how to adjust that plan as time changes. Your strategic plan has to be adjusted based on reality. I am a CEO, and the bottom line does matter. We are a nonprofit organization. We're an education service organization. We are a school, absolutely. But we have to pay the bills. We have to be a financially healthy organization to keep our charter even. You're sitting at the table reliant on technology to carry out your education program, your operations programs, family programming, heavily reliant on technology, especially this day and age. But you don't have on your staff the skill set to be able to forecast issues on the horizon, to be able to reverse engineer technical needs, plan out your technical requirements, match that up with your strategic planning, be able to be in the conversation with you when you're talking to your tech provider about the needs of your school, the needs of your organization. We realized that even though our tech provider was on point, when we asked them for something, they gave it to us. When we needed something, we expressed a need, they came back, gave us explanation. What was missing was in that conversation, someone who could understand their languages. We were lost without even realizing we're lost. So HITCO came in as a guiding hand. Also, it was a sounding board because their staff had a great way of saying, that's not what you need. You think you need that. You don't need that. You don't need to spend that money. This is what you can do, right? So it saved us tens of thousands of dollars, saved us months in planning and waiting. And it saved us a lot of headache when it came to moving into a new facility and getting this facility outfitted to carry out our programs. We were able to start our program on day one because we HITCO at the right time. 11.5. It's really, I've done so throughout New York State, throughout the country rather. When I know a founder is opening up a school or a school is expanding and they call me and say, we're talking over their plans, I do ask them, of course, the first question is who's your tech provider, but then I also say, do you have a CTO? Do you have a chief technology officer? Or do you have a competent person on your team who can help you with your tech plan? And if the answer is no, which typically it is, I say, okay, you need to think about HITCO. Transformational, without a doubt. Transformational. We've been transformed as an organization. We don't walk away from any meeting when it comes to technology without solid next steps. We don't go into any technology decision without walking away with a clear time frame, with a clear budget. We now have multiple contacts within our tech service provider. We know who to ask for what. We have a bird's eye view on what maintenance is occurring, what on-site work is happening. When we brought HITCO on, it transformed the way we approach technology. We immediately started to save money. I will say that again. We immediately started to save money, which was important, especially as a startup charter school. But then we were able to then really assess, and we were confident on what we needed and most importantly, what we didn't need. I love when HITCO comes to the table and tells us no. That's always a good thing. But I would say, again, it was transformational. Transformed the way we approached it. I'd say ask yourself and your team honest questions around technology planning. and the budgetary impact of technology, and whether or not you have a strategy behind that. I'd ask yourself honest questions around the tech that's currently in your organization. How long is it going to last? What are the warranties you have on it? What will you do if everything's shut down tomorrow? Who would you call? And I would really have an honest internal assessment across your team and determine who is the voice you want speaking when your tech service sitting there and you're trying to articulate a problem or a need. If you don't have a person there, honestly ask yourself, is that okay? Especially if you're the executive making decisions that impacts your organizational strategy and your budget. Is that okay? And if you're honest with yourself and you realize that there is a gap there, I take a real hard look at having a CTO as a service. If you can't afford a CTO, most of us can't. What about as a service? What about if you have someone there that can soundboard with you and protect you and help you make the right decisions with the public dollar?